that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
Ahoy there, YouTube. I'm back again to play with myself, and today I'm very excited to be playing the Rocketeer Fate of the Future head-to-head. This is for ages 12 plus, 2 players, and I think it's going to take about 30 to 45 minutes to play. Ooh, I love the inside of that box. But this is a 2-player-only game where you're either going to play as the Rocketeer and his crew, the good guys, against, a.k.a. the bad guys, which is Neville Sinclair and his 2 dudes. I don't remember that much about the movie, but still excited to get into the gameplay. So I'm going to be playing both as the good and the bad. So the first thing we did is we have these plan cards right here. At the beginning of the game, you're supposed to look at these 3 plan cards and figure out who has the rocket, and then put that under one of these 3 characters. But to make this work, I'm actually just going to set them out randomly, and you'll see why that works a little bit later, as you're going to see exactly how all the gameplay works, because it's all on this handy-dandy little reference card here. We'll go through the 4 steps. They're really quite simple. So, starting off the game, the first thing you're always going to do is reveal the current event. At the beginning of every round, reveal the current event. And so the Bulldog Cafe is put on a leash. Each character who is knocked out gains a grit. Now, this would be great, because these little tokens here are grit. We'll talk about them later. They're great for punching people in the face. But right now it doesn't help anybody because nobody's knocked out. But what is important on this card still is the fact that we see that Zeppelin right there, which means the Zeppelin is going to move 1 space from here to there, and once it gets to Los Angeles, that'll trigger the end of the game. Also, the other thing to pay attention to on the bottom right here is we know the Bulldog Cafe is going to get the star. So boom, it is right there. Because that has to deal with area control, because this is an area majority style game where at the end of the round, you're going to win bonuses, which you'll see in the middle, based on if you have control over that location. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's just get into the game. So, reveal the current event. Move the Zeppelin. We did that. Do the event. Place the finale token. We did it. And now we take characters' turns, and it always starts with whoever has the plans. Whoever has the plans is going to go first, and to start off the game, the heroes will have it. So, you're going to have 7 cards in your hand. The cards are going to look like so. I like to sort them out like this. So, we have a bunch of squares. Put those together. Circle, rectangle, and then a wild one. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to flip over which character you want to play right now. And you can play one of your 3 characters as long as they are not flipped over. And then you're going to play any of the cards that have their symbol and do the stuff. So let's see. We got a big, powerful turn with Jenny Blake. So let's see what we can do with Jenny Blake right here. We cannot play these 2 cards, so we'll just set those down. We don't even need to think about those. And this one's a wild. If the heroes have the plans, hide them. So that would be good if one of the plans got revealed, because sometimes these plans will get revealed, and we'll explain a lot more about that later, but right now it doesn't do anything to me. So the choice you have is to either do this action right here, which might have a cost equated to it, or to do this action over here, which will be free. So this is to move, this is to gain what's $1, this is to actually shield yourself when people attack you, and we'll explain that when we get into combat. So that card's probably not going to do too much. Making headlines. We don't have $1, but if the villain is knocked out in this tussle, draw a finale. So we could have ourselves a tussle. Are we ready for a tussle? Let's see. I bet we could be ready for a tussle. Let's plan on having a good tussle with Jenny by the end of this turn, because I think I want to come. I think this character wants to be really offensive. Discard the top card of your deck, and it shows that. Oh, so this is really good. So one of the cool aspects of this game is the Rocketeer is going to get more powerful as he levels up throughout the game, but you have to play these cards in order to do it, because this symbol does not show up anywhere on the board except for right down here. So it's pretty difficult to level this thing up unless you get lucky with the cards. But let's do it right now. So discard the top card of your deck. If it shows that, then we gain this. But it's going to cost us $1. So we have to figure out how we can get $1. Luckily, we can get $1 by moving right here. And she's 2 spots away. Oh, she can go right here as well. So yeah, I think we will move her there. And maybe we'll just use this one. We're going to be aggressive, right? And plus, this is going to give us a coin as well. This is exactly what we want. So we play this card into our discard pile, and we'll just put it right over here. And now we gain the ability right here. So we get to move 1 space, and then we get $1. But because we also moved into right here, we gain this ability as well. Bada boom. Now, one question I have that I didn't see answered in the rules, and so I do want to mention it. I don't know how I'm going to play it when it comes up, is if you can move 2 spaces. I'm pretty sure you only get the bonus on the space that you land, and not like I get this and then I get this. But I didn't think it was answered in the rules, but oh well. So we got ourselves $2. Now let's take a look at our cards. This costs $1. This costs $2 though. Smashing success. Let's see what it is. So that's tussle. That means we're going to fight somebody. You cannot discard grit to increase this tussle strength. The villain cannot shield this tussle. So wow, that means that this is just going to be 2 unblocked damage, which means I could knock out one of these characters. And that's really tempting. Or we level up the Rocketeer. Because I don't think we're going to have enough money to do it all. But, well, maybe we do. We're going to be offensive, right? Ooh, man, she is so powerful. She can do everything. If the villain knocked out in this tussle, draw a finale card. No, we need to try. Okay. So right now, I feel like we would be getting a little bit of analysis paralysis because we're trying to figure out how we want to do this turn. Because look at all these choices right here. And the other thing is, you need to hold on to these cards those for defense. But we're playing this character as a very offensive character. We have the money. Let's try. Oh my gosh, I want to do all this stuff. So let's just get this one out of the way. This one is just a no-brainer because we can potentially get a finale card, which is going to get us victory points, and we can also level up the Rocketeer. So we're going to spend $1. Use this ability, draw a card. Hopefully it has a square, square, square. No, it has a rectangle. So that was a wasted dollar and a wasted card. That kind of stinks, but that's like a little fun press your luck aspect of this game. The other thing to note is it would be kind of difficult to get all the way over here to even attack the bad guy because I went this way to get the dollar. I didn't plan that out that well. But we do have 2 movement right here. Ooh, so I could do 2 movement. I don't even know. Oh yeah. When I land there, I'll get $1. Sure. So let's do it. We're going to go 1 space right here. So we're just using that. And how it works is you can use any or all of this, but you have to do it in the order that it is in. So I could not attack and then move with this. This is bad. This is really bad. Jenny's turn is actually turning out terrible, I think. But we'll see. So now I'm going to go 2 more spaces because I'm going to turn in this one right here. So that's going to move me 2. And then I get $1 for landing there. And then I can spend the $1. I don't know if this is a great move. But anywho, I can spend this the $2 to then attack for 2 right here and knock out Neville Sinclair because it's 2 unblockable damage. Now, typically, you would be able to block this. And how you shield this is I would go through the villain's hand. So this other player, other Bauer, would be looking through their hands, and they have to discard one of these symbols with a shield on it. So this, they could discard that, and it would be block 1 damage. This one could not because there's no shield at the bottom. It's actually a pretty clean system. I like it a lot. So 2 unblockable damage means bam, down. That's not the end of the world. It feels really good, but it's actually not. And that's gone. Because now you're going to see the big problem. With how this player played. They're playing it like it's their first game, actually. That was a terrible idea. So they are going to respectfully pass, and their teammates are like, whoa, you did great, if they don't know what they're talking about, and they're going to be like, oh, that was really bad, if they do. We'll see. So we go over here, and now this is one of the cool parts of the game. The villain gets to pick whichever character they want to, and so does the good guy as well. You get to pick the order in which you choose your characters, and you can always change that. So let's see. Oh, this is the guy that can be really strong right here. He's right here. We're going to knock Jenny out because we know she is just starving for cards. So I feel like that is a solid strategy right here. If the hero is knocked out in this tussle, draw a finale card. Ooh, that's a nice one as well. So let's just get the squares. We can't look at rectangles. Don't even bother looking at rectangles. We only want to look at the squares. So let's put these off to the side. And now, here are our choices. If the villains have the plans, hide them. It's a good one, but not one for now. Goodwill Tour, that's a great card, but we don't have any money. But it lets me do a 2 attack. Wow, that's what I kind of want. And I think that's what we're going to use that for. So, first thing that Lothar is doing. Hey, Lothar. He's going to attack for 2. So this takes 2. And now, Jenny gets to look to see if her symbol's in there. No, spend them all, which means this is 2 unblockable damage, which means she's out. Because you lose 1 grit. Oh, wait. Oh, she knocked him out. Sorry. Because how that works is, and I didn't explain that in the first battle. I do apologize. You lose your grit, and that's like your health points. And then if you run out of grit, then you get knocked out. And now, since she has a plan, we actually reveal this plan, and it's not the rocket. If it was the rocket, then the bad guys would then steal the rockets and then hide them. And the reason why you want the rockets is because you go first, and also because there's certain spots where the rockets will give you advantages. So, yeah, this is looking real rough. So she's knocked out. Bang. And he's like, it's clobbering time. Let's go. All right, Sucker Punch. So this one's going to let me draw a card. Ooh, here we go. Yeah, let's go here. Going to move 1 space over. Oh, is this the right guy? Is this the right? Oh, this is the wrench guy, yeah. Wrench guy. So he's going to draw a card. That's what that space is. Which, awesome. And for each grit discarded, increase this tussle strength by 2 instead of 1. Wow. For each discarded, increase this tussle strength by 2 instead of 1. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We don't have $1. Never mind. We're not going to do that. Because that's the other thing. You can get rid of your grit to increase the attack of a fight. Which hasn't really come up yet. But wow. That's so we can still use this for its 1. So let's use this for its 1. And we're going to do 1 damage over here. If we wanted to, we could make it 2. Would they? I feel like they're smelling blood in the water. Well, let's see. He's going to have another. He's going to have 1 more attack. Yeah, I think he'd go for it. And I think he would go for the... Oh, yeah. I think he'd go for the Rocketeer. He's looking for the plans right now. I think that's my strategy. Looking for the plans. Let's go. So, lose 1 point of damage, because they're not going to be able to block both of them. But, oh, he can't block any of them because that was... So he made the right choice. That was a 50-50 shot. I forgot which card he had. And it actually worked out. So he can't block either damage, which means, oh, this team is in so much trouble right now. Rocketeer down. Plans stolen. Stolen plans. Oh, my. So now the plans go on to the villain side. You don't... And it's not because you reveal the plans, but you have to actually take them off of the person when you knock them out. And so that is really bad. And it's still this person's turn. Once again, I mix that up randomly because I can't know where it should be. And we can still go and attack again. And I feel like that's the move, right? Blood in the water, you go for it. So we're dealing 1 point of damage over here to PvP body. And he's like, wow. So here's his choice. Does he take the 1 damage, or does he discard the card? He won't be able to actually use the card the way he wants it to. So it pretty much, yeah, I think he would block the damage. He would block the damage. Say, oh, nope, you don't get to do that. So no damage there. He doesn't lose his grit. And he's got another turn, and now this guy's like, come on, just be done. Just be done, please. And I think he leaves it for his boss, for his teammates. Oh, because now they're going to have 5 cards. Okay, so that was his turn, and I should have flipped that over at the beginning. And you can see that was a very powerful turn. That's why you don't want to go too heavy on the offense, I guess. All right, so we get back over here. Rocketeer's turn. Rocketeer's going to have a really simple turn. They're going to use this 1 card to pick themselves up. Actually, they might not even do that, because they don't want to get knocked down again. I think they would just take PV's turn and just say PV had no turn at all. Because we're so starved for cards. Because once again, you take your character's turn and you draw your cards at the very end of the round. Like, we are only about to be halfway... we're halfway through the round. We've gone through 3 of the 6 actions. So now it gets back over to these guys. Eddie and Neville. And it is looking real bad here. So let's see what we got. For each grit discarded, increase this tussle strength by 2 instead of 1. So yeah, this is just a straight up attack. And so I think they would have Neville go right now. And so Neville would flip his token over. And Neville would... He can use the rectangle, so he can use these 2. And I think he'd go for the kill. Yeah, I think he'd go for the kill, for sure. So move 1 space with this one. And then do 1 attack. Wow, he doesn't even need to use this one. And he would probably want to save this one because this is that's some points. So yikes. So dealing 1 point of damage over here. PV does not have the card. PV cannot block it, but PV does have the grit, so he's fine. Loses the grit. PV's good. This card gone. Rocketeer gonna take the turn. Uses this, and this is how he stands up. Boom, stands up. And this is really important for area majority as well, as you'll see. And so that was a really smart move by Rocketeer to wait to use that, because he's hoping that this guy isn't going to be able to get over here and attack, which he would need a 2 and 1, which he does not actually have. So now he's got an interesting turn here. Does he want to move? Because right now, he's going to gain $3 for his team. But if he moves over here, he's going to gain $1. And then he will also be able to help his team get $2 more. I get no, but that yes, this is making more sense. So he's going to get $3 here. So that was it's like, which one's he going to do? $3 or $3 in a card? Yeah, so he's going to stay up right here. He's just going to end his turn. Rocketeer ended their turn, and so now everyone has taken their cards. They have 1 card left. They have 0 cards left, and now you gain your rewards. So players with the plans draw a finale card. So boom, over here we've gained 1 finale card. We look at it secretly. 3 points. Awesome. Just a flat 3. Cool. Now, you can discard your cards if you'd like, but I think they're going to hold on to this because they're about to win $3, which means they can now get another finale card. Plus, this is just a solid card. It's a defense for everybody. So I think they're totally holding on to that card. So they discard their cards. They don't do that, and then we draw back up to our hand size. Now, excuse me. I almost forgot. Very important step is the location control. Yeah, so I alluded to it, but then we didn't actually do it. So he has won $3. Good for you, Lothar. Jenny does not actually win the Sinclair mansion because she's knocked down, and knockdown does not count for anything. And then here we have a tie, 2 versus 2, which means no one actually gets this 1 grit. And so there you go. That's it. That was the first round. You flip your turn tokens back up, you draw back up to your full hand size, and you're going to rinse, wash, and repeat everything you saw here. So let's get into it. But first thing we need to do is draw our cards. So 4, 5. So 7 cards in total at the beginning of each round. Oh, wait, I already did that. Whoop. So this card should be over here. I about cheated. Hardcore. Where are my discards? Oh, no. I think I screwed the pooch. Are these discards? What did I do? I think I just shuffled back in. Not a big deal. I lose track of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we have the 3-point card. Yeah, so we're good. We'll just pretend like I accidentally did that. Which it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, once again, if someone had taken over the control of the Bulldog Cafe, which would have been a great spot to go, they would have gotten a finale card, and they would have gotten this little token, which until you lose it, lets you get +1 card at the end of the round, which is great. So, here we go, back into the game. Let's go. And the villains now have the plan, so they are going first. And so let's sort out our cards. Bunch of wilds, and then square circle. Okay. Square circle. Here we go. If the hero is knocked down this tussle, draw a finale card. So that's pretty tempting. That's pretty tempting because the bottom line is they were heavy on offense. And now they're not so much. Does that mean that this team should then go on offense? I feel like they would. But no, they want these. They want points. We'll be smart. Oh, we almost did the current events card. That's like the most. I'm so scatterbrained. So, move the Zeppelin. 1 space, because we have it here. Palm Terrace home turned into gazebo. Each character at 1635 Palm Terrace, is placed at the Bulldog Cafe. Soldiers are not affected. Wowzers. I don't know if that really makes that big of a difference. It kind of separates everybody, which is interesting. And then 1635 Palm Terrace becomes the new spot that's going to get that. And bingo. That's all you do in the first step. Then you take a character's turn, starting with over here. And I think the first thing we're going to do as the villain is just no-brainer. Get ourselves this. And you know what? We'll go with Neville. We'll get him first because he really needs to go get some grit. Kind of stinks because he kind of wants to go to this spot to get the grit. And now he's already there. And you can't just end your turn there to get the bonus. You have to actually move. What? I'm stepping on something. Okay. So gets rid of $3. He's got $3 from right there. And now, finale card. 3 points. Boring one, but this goes into the discard pile. Now, any other rectangles? We got 2 of them. If the villains have the plans, hide them. You cannot discard grit to increase this tussle. This switch lets him move 2 spaces. Oh. I don't know. Maybe he just stays right here. I mean, he's kind of got protection. He wants to win the spot because it's going to give you +1 card to hold on to. But then this is nice. I don't know. I think he just chills. Oh, wait, one more. You may discard 3 clout to ambush. Oh, yeah. So he's going to play a secret army card. Because this is one of the cool megas of the game, and I want to show you how it works. So, when you play the secret army card, you get one of these soldiers, and then you can discard $3 if you have it to ambush, which is to send all these soldiers you have out here into different spots on the map. But the catch is now Eddie Valentine is no longer a character. You flip this tile over. You'll see how that works a little bit later. So that makes me feel like we had a much bigger turn than we actually did. I feel like I just put some wheels in motion. And then we're going to be done. We're going to hold on to this because that's not actually a defense. But we are going to want to do some punches. So we'll hold on to it. Which means it now goes over to here. And I feel like the Rocketeer is going to do some Rocketeer-y stuff right now. Superhero stuff time. Each hero is not knocked out. Gains a grit. Each hero is knocked out. Stands up. Wow, that's a great first card to start with. But we don't have $2. But we do have a speaking roll, which means she could get up, get $2, and get that. And then, we could be back. Jenny's about to turn us around right now if we have one more card, and we do. This is perfect. So, Jenny's about to play a power play. Good for her. So, first thing, flip Jenny's tile over. She's looking weak. All of them are looking weak. In fact, everybody's kind of looking weak. Since she did that, that's all this card is for. You don't actually get to do any of the abilities on here. She just stood up, but now she's ready to get that speaking role and talk about her experience. Boom. Good for her. Get money. Get paid. Bam. Get strong with the girl. So she did the speaking role. It costs nothing. That's a very specific card to her. And then we get some of Millie's Cooking for $2. And I'm feeling good about Millie's Cooking because each hero was not knocked out. Gains a grit. Boom. So we just picked up 3 grit. Feeling good. Feeling good. And I'm glad they didn't make this a 6-player game. This game would suck. Well, I guess you could Jimmy rig it. You'd have to have everybody have their own deck. But anywho, I think she's done with that turn, though. Because, yeah, no cards match. No squares. So, boom. And she still has 4 cards. Solid. Great turn. Goes back over here. Like, the boss, we got ourselves a problem. Let's see what kind of cards we got. Let's see what kind of problems Lothar can solve. Because we want to get him some grit. We really want to get him some grit. Sucker Punch. Do some damage. The villains have the plans. Hide them. Man, there's no way to get money. I need to get money. Maybe I'll play as Lothar first then. Because he can get money. Yes. Let's do that. So 2 moves and get $1. And then, if you have the plans, hide them. If you don't, flip the plans face up. Or we could go over here to get a soldier, but then we'd have to deal with Jenny. I kind of like going over here. Just being, like, he's just on the side. I think this is what he's going to do. Just use one of the 2 movement. Goes in a long pile. Gets $1, and then he gets another $1 for going there. And Lothar's being a good lackey right now. I like what you're doing, Lothar. Anything else? He could have sucker punched. He could have sucker punched her. But she's got 2 health. He doesn't want to mess with her right now. He's got the brute force. For each grit discarded, increase this tussle streak by 2. Oh, it's just for him. I kind of feel like we maybe want to reverse this. Like, go strong. For each grit discarded. He doesn't have any grit. Never mind. I think he will hide. Yeah. But he could go right here and get grit. No, I think he's going to... this is defense. This is defense in case she comes over here. He's not happy with his turn. Lothar is not happy with that turn. I can tell you that much. Going back over here. Is it time for Rocketeer to do some Rocketeer stuff? I think so. No, actually, it's not. It's time for Rocketeer to go get money so his lackey Peavy can try and level up his gas jets. So I need a buck. How do I get a buck? Where am I? Buck right there. Okay. Is there any other easier way to get a buck? No. So 2 movement will get us $1, which will then let us do this. Yes, I think that's the move. I think this is the strategy. I think they're like, oh my gosh, we went too heavily offensive at first. Now we're going to cool it down, and instead we're going to try and level up our Rocketeer because he does have a lot of cards that'll deal with this number right here. So I think that's their play right here. And so they're going to use the 2 movement, and they're like, are you okay with this team? And it's like, you're the Rocketeer. You do what you want. You're the star of the show. So it doesn't have an attack, which is a little bit of a bummer. Feels like a wasted one. But now we're also going to get, boom, spend the $1. We get ourselves a circle. We got ourselves a rocket. Circle, boom, rocket up. We're still at 1, but we're getting closer to 2 because that's how numbers work. Bingo. And nothing else to do. Oh, did I do the wrong card? I did the wrong card. It's okay. Actually, no, it's not okay. It's not okay at all. Because this was the card they spent to move to get the $1. Okay? Yes, correct. This was the card that they spent to play the dollar and try and get a star and a thing. And this was the card that got... No, this was the card that got drawn out of the pile, which is not that symbol, which means no, in fact, we did not go up on the rocket track. We just wasted $1, and the heroes are not looking good. Sit down, Cliff. You're garbage. Oh, my gosh. Not looking good. Not looking good for the heroes. Hopefully Peavy can turn this around. But I will say, Jenny was the MVP of that round. Just no-brainer. Like, she pulled them from the depths. But granted, she also led them into the depths by spending all those cards at the beginning. But that was just... That was aggression. What are you going to do? All right, so that's enough. Eddie Valentine, what's he got? He's got 3 to play. Yeah, because this is the one that was the bonus one that Lothar wasted so long ago. And wow, we're looking solid over here. After the tussle, you may choose a different hero to... Wow. Oh, but they're not on the same space. If the hero is knocked out in this tussle, draw a finale card. So I kind of feel like maybe he goes over and he starts clobbering. Wait, I did the wrong ones. I did the wrong ones. I moved Lothar instead of Eddie, and now everything is all screwed up. So we're just going to fix this real quick. Made a mistake. Whatevs. And that's how we fix that the easy way. We're going to have him try and reverse. So here we go. So either way, now Lothar's not going to have the great turn. It's actually going to be Eddie who's having the great turn. Because, and once again, what I did was I mismatched the wrong symbols. So I was spending, so I apologize for that. So now, Eddie, what's he got? He's got a lot of stuff to do. This is going to be a great turn. Move 2, move 1, and attack. Yes. And we have money. I think maybe double attack. Maybe we knock PV out. So here's what we do. We go 1, and we attack the Rocketeer. Bingo. Get $1. Love that money. And we spend that card because that card's not going to help us. So now, Rocketeer getting 1. Don't want to discard any grit. I'm not concerned about Cliff. I'm concerned about Peavy. So he cannot block the damage. And now I'm kicking myself for not spending that 1 extra grit. But I do smell blood in the water. Oh, and I can't. Oh, 1 and 1. Oh, I have the money. If the hero is knocked down in this tussle, draw a finale card. Whoa, this is perfect. So now I come back at it. Wow, this actually worked out really well. So making headlines. Eddie's going, Circle's going, doing 1 damage, and we are, because I'm assuming, do I want to spend the grit? Do I want to lock it down? Make sure? Yes, this is a big deal. This is a big swing for us. This is money, so I use that grit, just thinking maybe they faked me out. Who knows? Doesn't discard a card. He's kind of laughing because, you wasted an extra one. But that's the game in the game there. I think that's what they would probably do. And now, drawing a finale... Because here's the bottom line. They just drew a finale card. They just got points and +1 for every grit. So that could be potentially 7 bonus points if they prep it correctly. Ooh. All right. Let's go. And he's not done. Maybe he is done. Sucker Punch. Do I want to use it? Otherwise, it lets me move 2 spaces, then draw a card. Yeah, he does. He says, hey, boss, how about this? How about we go over here? We try and take over 1635 Palm Tier so we can get that another finale card. He says, all right, I don't like using the card, but hey, it doesn't have defense on it. Let's go. Plus, they draw a card, and now they're going to get a grit, and most likely that. My own stunts, not for him, but it... Ooh. Interesting. Interesting card. All right, so... But that's also a defense card, which is huge. So now, we get over here to PvP Body. Can he redeem this turn? This has been a rough round. He's blindsided by this turn. He needs a little luck. We don't have $1. Oh, we don't have $1. God. So, does he try to attack? Or does he try to level up the Rocketeer? And we say, you know what? We're committed. Or maybe, can he do both? He can't do both. He can draw another card, though. That card might help him. And also attack Eddie Valentine, but he knows he has 2 cards. I don't think he does that. I think he plays it safe. I think he goes Rocket Game, Strong Game. Moves here with his 2 spaces, doesn't use the attack, and then Hopes for a circle card, and it is a circle card. Rocketeer up 1, and that's a great way to end the round for them. I'm not going to lie. That was an emotional boost they needed. That's a late fourth quarter comeback that just wasn't. That was a really rough round. I mean, Jenny started off really positive, but then after that, just downhill for the heroes. And I think things are about to get worse because first things first, we got to deal with this. So, if you have the plans, hide them. If you don't have the plans, flip the card face up. So we don't really need to hide them, so that one is ignored. Right here, Jenny, still crushing it this round, got herself 1 coin for the team, which they could definitely use. Right here, it is a finale card, which, oh my goodness, 2 points plus 2 if you control the chapel airfield. And this, the heroes are like, oh my gosh. Plus a grit, gain 1 grit, and I believe that goes just to the person there, but I will double check it. I think part of the reason why they tell you to tuck your plans underneath the cards instead of on the cards is because the cards match the minis so well, which I got to say, I'm a big impressive fan of. So let's see. Take a grit token from the supply and place it on an empty grit space on the character's board. If the character's grit are full, they cannot get... When a character tussles... So yeah, I'm pretty sure that is just for the one person, or the people that are on there. But, yeah. Each of your characters who is not knocked out gains a grit. Whoa, no, I take that back. I'm glad I checked that rule. That is huge. Oh my goodness, we in this bad, people. If a character's space are full, they cannot gain more. Each of your characters knocked out. Wow. That's a big shift in the game right there. Good work on you, Eddie. And then right here, so now we're going to be drawing 1 extra card. So we'll just remember that. We get this little token right here. And then over here, they do have control, which means they gain a rocket. That's actually great as well. So, you know what? PvP Body and Jenny right now are carrying Cliff. Cliff, you are garbage. Step it up. All right? You're getting your asses kicked by a bunch of wannabe gangsters, and you're getting outshined by a bunch of civvies in street clothes. Look at that. How is Jenny? Like, I can imagine the shoes she has on right now with that beautiful outfit, and I imagine they're not good shoes to run in, and she's still doing way better than you are with the stupid little rocket pack that now we leveled up to level 2, so you better start showing up here, Cliff. All right, so now, what do we got? We did the player with the plan, draw a finale card, location card, prepare for the final round. So we flipped the turn tokens, already done. Discard cards, optional. So let's take a look at what the villains got. After the tussle, Sinclair may swap locations with Lothar or Valentine if they are not knocked out. So that's not a great ability right now, but the bottom line is it's also $1. And $1 is nice. Because that's... But I think they discard that. Well, it's also defense. And they got 8 cards. You know what? I think they ride. I think they let it ride. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards for the villain, which bring them up to 8 cards. And 7 for the heroes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now... This is where it gets interesting because the heroes decided to go for the rocket ability instead of maybe, damaging these people here. If one of them would have been knocked out, then they wouldn't have got the grit. And it would have been a much bigger deal. So, oof, this is going to be a rough one. Heroes, stepping it up. All right, so, current events, don't forget it. It's super important. Oh, 2! Boom, boom. So this next round, I believe, will be the last round. Shady business at Sinclair Mansion. The player with the plans may hide them. It doesn't really impact us that much. But that does. That's big. All right. What's up? How's it going? Who's going first? Let's see what we got. Lots of circles, rectangle, circle, and rectangle. Ooey mooey. All right. How can we get points? What do we want to do? We want to try and kick them when they're down, I guess. We don't want the Rocketeer to get up. So let's go knock out Peavy, I suppose. If Lothar is not locked out, place him at Sinclair's location. Oh, and then 2. So let's see. Thematically, this is, he's taking the lead right here. He's spending that $1 and he's saying, hey, you go out to that Sinclair mansion. That Jenny, she really had a great turn last time. You rough her up. And so, boom, he goes there. Place him there. I don't think he gets, I imagine he'd get the bonus, right? I imagine he would get the bonus. But it says place them here instead of move them here. And I think you only get it when you move onto a space. So I think they tried to word that in such a way as to say that you do not get it. Even though I think just like a little extra line of text would help there. But anywho. But then again, which way should I play it? I feel like we should play it to whichever one is going to be helpful for the heroes because they're really getting their butts kicked. So we're going to kind of step in here and say, we're going to lean that way. We're like the reps. Because now... 2 damage. And that's rough. Whew, that's rough. So, 2 damage plus it would be... Oh no, I get to attack for 2 damage. If Lothar is not knocked out, place him at Sinclair's location, and then... I don't think Lothar is attacking, but he's the muscle for hire. Once again, this card's a little bit oddly worded. I'm going to assume that you attack, but once again, if we go back to what I said, we're going to try and make assumptions that will help the heroes out. And so with that assumption, this would be a wasted turn. And we'll take it on the chin. Maybe it'll even up the game a little bit. But that should be clear, I do believe. All right, teamwork. If Sinclair and Valentine are at the same location, draw a finale card. And either's knocked out, stand them up. Wow. Sinclair and Valentine. And we're looking endgame now. I think at this point, we're looking heavy endgame. We're like, all right, just forget knocking out the Rocketeer. Forget him and his stupid rocket. We just need to start scoring some more big bonus points. Let's do... Oh, no, we don't do that one. We do this one. Yes. He goes here. And he gets $1, too. Nice. And then we spend the $1 on this card. Once again, we're doing this. If Sinclair and Valentine are at the same location, draw a finale card. And that right there is 3 big bonus points. And right now, the heroes are feeling really good. And do we have anything else to do? We could do one more thing. We could go get our hand... Discard a grit to move to any location and take the location. We could get our hands dirty. We could go after Jenny. And then we could have Lothar finish him off. And that would also get us further away from the Rocketeer, which I think is solid as well. So yeah, we'll do that. So 2 spaces, or 1 space, and then he gets to attack for 2. And we'll just do flat 2. We'll make them waste cards. No. This is the only one. If the heroes have the plans, hide them. This is kind of a no-brainer. And smashing success. You cannot discard grit to increase the tussle strength. The villain cannot shield it. So that's insta damage. So we're not going to... Yeah, we're going to leave that card in there. So I think she would block 1 point of damage with the shield, then take 1 to the face. Ow. Took that well, Jenny. And then we go back. I think at this point, yes, Neville is done. He's done. That was a great turn. Good one, Neville. And then we head back over to the heroes. Things are not looking good. Who's going first? We need to get the Rocketeer up, first and foremost. And then, for each grit discarded, increase this Tussle. You cannot... So, I'm trying to see if they have anything that deals with... Wow. Speaking role. Once again, it looks like Jenny is just going to be the only one helping right now. Ooh, search. This is big as well. That's really big. And that's honestly, I think, what we need to do here. They're like, we need to get back these plans. That's what we need to do. Because that's how we're going to gain some points. If the villains have the plans, flip a card face up. So I think that would be the first thing they do. They'd spend the $1. I think Peavy's like, I'm going to go first. I don't know why Peavy would talk like that. And then we're going to flip it over, and we're going to say it's probably with Neville Sinclair. It is not. And they're like, it's with one of the dummies. It's one of the muscles. Where'd the cards go? There we go. So we spent... No, that was another one we have. Ooh, so we could do it again if we had another $1, which means maybe on Jenny's turn, she is going to speak out against the bad guys and say, they have done wrong. Not a great turn for Peavy. Peavy took a swing and Peavy missed. Because the thing is, had he hit, then they would know to go over there and hopefully beat that person down. But now that we get back to the villains. Only have 4 cards. A little bit card. They spent 4 on the first one. Wow, that's what explains why it was such a great turn, boss. You used all the stuff. We don't have $3, but we could get some money potentially. So that's something to consider. Because once again, we're just in straight card mode. Or we could try and knock out Jenny. They left Jenny open. I think we try and knock out Jenny. Let's get Lothar in there. And he's just going to not move, but he's going to go... 1 attack, or he's going to use this card. He's going to spend the $1. And for each grit discarded, increase this tussle streak by 2 instead of 1. So, boom, we're up to 3. He's going 3 at Jenny, and Jenny is in some trouble right now. Jenny spends this. No, she doesn't spend this, because then she's going to take the 3, because that makes it 2, but still, even with 2, Jenny's knocked out. Oh, this is bad. So I don't even think she'd spend that card. Because she's going to need that card to get up next time. Oh my goodness, that is a blow. That is a blow for the heroes. Jenny knocked out. She hasn't taken her turn though, which means she can get back up this turn. But that's rough. That is rough. Anything else we want to do? Gain $1, move one. Move one and gain $1. Gain a grit. That seems good. Yeah, I can see this thematically. He's like, oh, you need more help, boss? No, I've got it from here. Boom. Move one, gain $1, gain a grit, and just say, ooh. Yeah, this is rough. All right. So that was his entire turn, but that was a great turn. Back over here, Rocketeer really needs to get his tail up. Rocketeer, let's go. It's time for you to do your thing, Rocketeer. Use this card. Stand up. All right. Now, the Rocketeer has this track, and that's what's called the Rocket Skills track. So we haven't really talked too much about it, so let's talk about this. The Rocket Skills shown to the left of the Rocket token indicates cliff movement and improves some card ability. So normally, you only move one space. Now, whenever he has movement, he actually moves 2 space. So he can fly around the board a little bit easier now. I think it's a little too late, but it's something. Something, right? So I think he tries to get $1. He cannot get $1 easily. Oh my. So maybe we let him reverse. I think we let him reverse. He needs $1, which means he needs Jenny to go first. So he's just chilling over here still. Hasn't picked himself up. He's still drunk in the gutter. But Jenny getting knocked out. Jenny gets back up. Jenny's like the MVP of that team. So wakes up, got beat up by giant Lothar, like the size of 2 dudes. First thing, yeah. Spend that, get herself up, dust herself off. Let's go. Second thing, speaking roll. You don't hold her down. $2 and a grit. Let's go, Jenny. Come on, Jenny, pull something off here. I really hope she does. And now we have ourselves... Wait, did I do that right? Oh, no. She can't spend either of these. Oh, no. But she got money. Oh, but that's what she can do. She can spend these 2. But if she spends these 2, then the Rocketeer will not be able to level up, which is what I was kind of hoping to do. I don't even know. So now it's like, does Jenny get her revenge? Or does she save the money for the Rocketeer? This is too unblockable. He's dead. This is too unblockable. Jenny said, forget this. She says it's $2. Rocketeer, go get bent. $2. You cannot discard grit to increase this tussle streak. The villain cannot shield this tussle, which means he loses the 1 grit. And boom! Should have kept your dude with you. I got him mixed up again, didn't I? Well, that's the, We're going to retcon that. This is... The minis, they're throwing me off. I do apologize. He's down. He was already kind of down. That doesn't actually help them get back to plan. So, in theory, Jenny's move actually wasn't that great. But it feels good. It's a moral victory for Jenny and for the team. And now the Rocketeer's like, WTF, Jenny? I needed that $1 to power my rocket. Back to the villains. Last person left, Eddie Valentine, who I've lost track of like 7 times. But he's got 2 abilities. Let's see. He could go punch Jenny again. Are you going to go punch Jenny? You cannot discard grit to increase this tussle strength. The hero cannot shield this. This is just 1 unblockable, which isn't what you want. If the heroes have the plans, flip their plans. If the heroes... Oh, okay, so this is not... Wow, that's a great card, but not helpful right now because we have the plans, and we're not really concerned about losing this, I don't think. I think, honestly... The boss would be like, hey, just get over here, pick me up. I'm embarrassed, but, it happens. Because they want to... What am I going to do here? Is there a way... This is going to deal 1 point of damage to her. He can make it up to 2. I think he tries it, yeah. I think he tries it. I think he goes 2, 1. You smell blood in the water, you go for it. And then... Do it. Double down. Spend the grit. Punch for 2. She has nothing to block it. Jenny is down. Feel good story over. Jenny, you need to ask to be traded. Okay. So, this team is done. Rocketeer, so glad you could finally join the party. What's up? You gonna get your drunk ass up? Yes. Does in fact. I think I might have actually got rid of his 1 of cards. He's up. And then he doesn't have $1, so he can't really do much of anything. So perhaps I should reverse that, so at least I'll have $1. That hurts. Spend that. Get 1 movement and $1. So that's a grit and $1. And we take back the card thing. So that's like, hey guys, I did stuff. It was a good turn, right? Shut your mouth, Clint. Just shut your mouth. All right. So, Rocketeer looking bad in his own game. Game rewards. Players with the plans draw a finale card. At this point, it's just we're beating a dead horse here. Oh my gosh. Location control, $3. Knocked her out, which means they get that, which means they get a hero. Not a hero, a soldier. Yeah. They get 2 soldiers, actually. Wow. I don't even think we're going to see that unleashed. And they get the finale. Wow, they get all that. It's just so many points. But down here, hey guys, we got +1. That's what's up. And they get a rocket boost. And if Jenny wouldn't have spent the money, we'd be at the rocket boost 3. It'd be like, I don't care. I'm over here getting punched in the face over and over again while you sit at the freaking airfield and at the cafe. Get your ass over here, rocket boy. I feel like that was how Jenny would feel right now. It's kind of ridiculous. All right, flip turn tokens, discard cards, optional, draw cards. Do we want to get rid of this villain card? Snatch and grab? No. Well, it gives you $1. They don't need $1. It is a defense. Now they say, whatever. I want to see more cards. So 7 cards for them. But, hey guys, hey, I was able to get an 8th card. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bingo, bango, bongo. Don't forget it. Current events. Zeppelin moves Los Angeles. Now, let me make sure I get this 100% correct for you. So, when the Luxembourg reaches Los Angeles, the final round is played, and then the game is over. Can't move past LA, because that's in the ocean, and then you'll die. I just don't have enough solar power for that. South Seas Club gets this. At this point, we're just going through the motions here. Oh, smooth sailing at the South Seas. Each player draws a card. Goody, goody, gumdrops. Cliff's like, hey, so it's like we have 9 cards now, guys. This is great. We're going to kick some butt. All right. Heroes still have just everything. All right, what do we do? Square. Square's going to have just the most insane turn. Let's just have Square run roughshod on everybody. I have 7 Square cards, and I'm going to spend them. Because at this point, they're just kind of screwing with them. They're like, all right, we crushed you. All right. You may discard 3 clout to ambush. So we could get the secret armies out there. Sure. Valentine's done. Let's do it. So we're going to do that. First thing we're going to do, secret army. You may discard 3 clout to ambush. So we're going to get a soldier, first thing. Then we're going to discard 3 clout to ambush. We have 3 clout, aka money. Now, so how this works is Eddie Valentine is no longer in the game. Instead, they're replaced by the secret army. Only 1 soldier can be at each location. So we go bingo, bango, bongo, and actually we want this one for sure. So we'll put a soldier here. Nobody's going to the observatory, so we'll put them all here. Eddie is now gone. He's finger point. Bye-bye. Only 1 soldier may take he's retired. Thematically, he's retired. You did such a good job for this family. We have just completely made the Rocketeer look like it. Like, look at this thematically. Like, thematically, his play, Eddie Valentine's play, coming in there big and just doing things big, has just, they've been like, all right, you're retired. You're retired. You're a made man. You're retired. Get out of here. I don't even know if there's a gangster theme. Whatever. Soldiers cannot gain or discard grid. If a soldier cannot shield the tussle, they retrieve the Sinclair Proid. They are not knocked out, but they are going to count for area majority. Soldiers cannot have the rocket blueprint, which now means we get to hide the rocket blueprint. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, actually, that one I should take out because boom. And now Square has already started off with a great turn right there. They have unleashed the Kraken, so to speak. Secret army out. Let's go. Because at this point, it's now just like overkill. They're like, this thematically would be the point where they would just kind of like be like, all right, we're just going to let the Rocketeer just lay low and cool down. And I like the fact that in this game, it's like, no, we're going to unleash this secret army. We've already kicked he has 0 victory points. If Sinclair and Loth are at the same location, draw a finale card, and either of them is knocked out, stand them up. Whoa. If Sinclair and Lothair... Oh, wait. So we need to get this teamwork card in play. So we're going to go ahead and just move 1 space. And this kind of makes me want to go back and watch the movie, to be honest with you. And we also gain the bonus, which is another $1. And then that means that we can use this teamwork. If Sinclair and Lothar are at the same location, draw a finale card. Oh, kicking your butt. And if either of them is knocked out, stand them up. Oh my gosh, such a good turn. Just stop it. No, he's got 3 more cards. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I can't shuffle. That's where it is. So this is not helpful at all. But we can go over there, we can attack, and we will. We're going to just punch. So we go number 1, we gain $1. And we now draw a card. Cool. Can I use it? No. Lame. So then we're going to go over 1 more, and we are going to punch this dude in the face. We're going to get a grit, since we just landed here. And he doesn't attack. And he's like, Rocketeer, I'm not so scared of you. And he's going to discard all of his grit. He's going 3 grit. So he's doing a 3 attack right now. And come on, he's like, come on, man. Really going to make me spend all these? So there's 1, 2, 3. So he's got 3. He doesn't want to spend them all. But he doesn't know if this guy's going to attack again. Because there's the thing. It's just like 4 cards. So he's like, what's he going to do realistically? He doesn't want to get knocked out. He doesn't want to spend his cards. I think he would take 1 point of damage, then lose 2 cards. Whoa, that one's great. Oh my gosh, that card's so good. So we're going to hold on to this one. He's going to hold on to this card. He's at least going to get... So this is the point in the game where you're totally getting your ass kicked, which happens in a lot of games. It happens to everybody sometimes. Where you just try and do something cool at the end. That's what the Rocketeer is about to do. Luckily for him, Lothar cannot go anymore. He can, and he actually should, to get $1. No, he could draw a card, sure. Why not? Because it's square. Nobody else can use the square. So he's like, I'm just going to ride this out. Gets himself $1 for the card, moves, and he gets to draw a card, and he can't use it, but the secret army can. Cool. Boom. Back over to the other side. Let's go. Jenny needs to... Grand Heroics. Yeah, a little too late to be gaining any cards. Basic Aviation. Yeah, why don't you level me up one time? That's what he needs, because that's going to increase his Tussle streak to 3. 4. So he'd be doing 4 damage. I think that's what he tries to do, actually. Okay. And this one, it's just... Oh, yeah. So he has $1. He's going to spend it. Buck. Boom. Bang. Move yourself up 1. And if they had... the plan, they'd get to do another one. Ooh, maybe they try and steal it. Put it on neutral. Is there any cards that lets him steal it? No. All right, so he has leveled up to 3 now, which means he can do a super cool move. And he would say, all right, here we go. You ready? I'm going to do the thing. It's going to be awesome. And then he's like, can we just end this game, man? Like, do we really need to play it out? He's like, come on, I just want to do this one thing. Each hero is not... I want that home cook. No. Just eyes on the prize. He's going right here. He gets to draw a card. He's like, hey, guys, drew another card. And then he's like, check out this super awesome move I got. I'm going to be dealing 4 damage. Boom, 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 boom. And so he's like, can he block it? Lothar's like... Lothar's just like, yeah, that's Lothar. He's like, oh, okay. That's it. So he just blasted him for 4. But they did get the plans. The plans have been successfully stolen. Lothar's knocked out. And the Rocketeer's like, look, I'm the hero. I got the plans. Does that mean the win the game, right? He's like, no. No, they have like 18 finale cards. So at this point, I think they would probably just call it. They'd be like, you know what? Do we really need to play this out? And be like, no, we really don't. Because tons and tons and tons of points to no points. Next to no points. They probably would earn some points there. But that's it. That's how you play the Rocketeer at this point. You would just count up the number of points that you had. Make sure we do that all on the right, though. Because I'm pretty sure it's just the points of these cards. But I do want to double check for you. Flip all the finale cards. The player with the most points win. If there's a tie, the place for the most finale cards win. And if there's still a tie, the player with the plans win. And there you go. That was not a particularly good game for the hero side. But you can see how it could be with some not... I don't know. But there you go. There's the Rocketeer Fate of the Future from Funko Games. I gotta say, fun little 2-player game. I think I'm gonna keep this one. It actually makes me want to go watch the Rocketeer with my son and then go play this game, which I think that's a really, really big kudos for Funko Games. But as always, if you enjoy this content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. As I'm trying to reach 9,000 subscribers this year to celebrate my 9th anniversary. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye-bye.